fantastic. We're starting out with George C. Scott, who is not known at all for horror movies, but has starred in two now of my personal favorites, this and Exorcist 3. Um, as this man, he's like a music teacher and a composer. And it starts out where he's there with his family and the car's broken down. And, he's not a rich man. He's just, so kind of an everyman kind of guy. You see, he's driving a station wagon, in 1980. He's not driving a Benz, or he doesn't have and the car breaks down and they have to get out and push. And, he's turning it into a joke. So they're all laughing and having fun. And he pulls it off to the side of the road to find a payphone, and within like a minute, this horrible car crash occurs, and his wife and his daughter are instantly killed. And what grabbed me right away, and I couldn't find an overlay image for it, was the look on his face when he's in that phone booth.
Yes.
And it looks like God has just punched him in the liver, like as hard as he looked like someone had just ripped his soul out. It's not even like an anguished, like over dramatic kind of thing. It's just like he can't process what he just saw happen in front of him. And I was like, oh man, this is acting, man.
And this is one of the points of the movie that it works. There wasn't over the top stuff where it was required. It was a believability brought into the storytelling that connected with the audience, or at least it did when it was with me. When I was younger and even now older. Because sometimes you get those overly dramatic, where
the guy's screaming at the sky. I'm thinking of Pet Sematary when that guy gets his little son run over and he falls to his knees and is like, and you're like, oh man,
you saw bad. George C. Scott with one eye and one eyebrow when he popped it up and saw the truck coming, and you saw his brain put it together, and he couldn't get out that phone booth. To save him. And that. It was without a word, and you're right. It's like 30 seconds, maybe. And it's amazing.
That's and we talked about this when we covered Sleepy Hollow yesterday, where you talked about walking, doing nothing but making it look interesting, which Walken did to a great degree in Sleepy Hollow, but this was another level. This was another level. He just sat there in that phone booth with no expression, and yet somehow was able to convey that his wife and daughter had just been killed in front of him. And you're just like, holy shit. I mean, it's breathtaking, man. And then it follows up 4 months later, where he's decided he has to move on. He's moving to another city. And there's that one scene where the maid drops the ball. And then all of a sudden it flashes to his daughter, kind of throwing the ball to him. And then it flashes back to modern times. And the look on his face where you can see what that's been his thought, and then, just kind of snapped back like a rubber band. And you're like, oh, man. So, I mean, like within the first 10 minutes, you're just hit with these two like masterful scenes. And just master's level performance from a guy who's just a great actor. I mean, you're not a horror actor, but he's just bringing it.
And he's not saying a word.
No.
There's no, over the top or a dialogue. It's just.
There is no dialogue.